Hot Ones. I watched a bunch of them in a row the other day. I also watched Sydney Sweeny.
Yep. She's like taking the world by storm. She's like,
As she should. She's
yep.
glorious. She literally...
What about her is glorious?
Everything. Have you seen her body? She's also funny. Like, she's really funny.
It's hilarious.
She's a babe. She's a babe. But I'm done.
Anyway, Sydney Sweeny, great job on Hot One.
Yes.
Fantastic actress.
TV.
Just like lose it.
My dad can't watch it. My dad can't watch the dinner party.
Yeah, because your dad can't handle cringe.
He cannot.
You got to be able to handle
I can't watch
cringe.
Scott's Tots.
Scott's Thoughts is way worse than
one's
Dinner
It's
Party.
way worse than Dinner Party.
That one's a
I
tough one.
can't. I can't watch it. I cannot watch it. I can't get through it.
Have you heard of a show called Succession?
No.
Have you heard of a show called Bear?
Yes.
I hear Bear. There's an episode in season 2, I think, that people have said is the greatest, one of the greatest episodes in television history. And now I really want to see the show.
That's the one with Jeremy Allen White.
Yes,
And he's
the
the
chef.
cook? Yeah, he's the chef. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, chef. I started watching that first season of it. I got to get back into it because I love him. He's great.
I haven't seen any of his work.
You've never seen Shameless?
Yeah,
Nope.
I've only seen Shameless.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Shameless is so good.
You know, Davi was telling me recently, and I thought you did too, to tell me to watch it because all of you guys have seen it.
Yeah, David loves that shit. They're so dysfunctional. It's great.
Yeah.
That one and Peaky Blinders are like the two that everyone always tells me watch.
Fucking love Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, he
Even
always tells me to
Migs
watch.
recently was like, dude, you have to watch Peaky Blinders. It's one of the best shows. I'm like, but I'm not into like the time period. He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm
Yeah,
like,
just
"All right."
watch it.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
And it has Cillian Murphy. That's his last name, right?
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
has Tom Hardy. What else does it have? I know those two big names at least.
You want to hear something really funny?
I always do. Do we have a lighter? Please, God,
Yeah,
tell
we
me
do.
about a lighter.
Yeah. I got one. So like obviously you know my partner. B,
Really?
very very queer. You know, like no men in their life ever, except for Tom Hardy.
Oh,
Except for Tom Hardy.
valid.
That's the guy. Apparently, they say I don't know if I want to be with him or be him.
Yeah, I think most people want to be Tom Hardy. There's a show I recommended to you recently too, Band of Brothers.
Oh my
It
Yeah,
takes
I gotta
place
get
in
it.
World War II, D-Day.
One of the
and
greatest
young
shows of all
Tom
time.
Hardy is in that show. Young Tom. You should see the pictures of him. Law, if you could actually bring it up. Young Tom Hardy. There's a bunch of people in that show. You're like, oh
I can.
snap. Because it came out like early 2000s.
I can grab more.
Yeah, sure.
That
go
was
nuts.
produced in like 98,
Go
99.
nuts.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And now I know. And that was directed by
Steven
Spielberg and
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks' son is also in the show.
Have you heard any of that like conspiracy stuff about Tom Hanks, him being like tied to Epstein, shit like that?
No.
I gotta like I gotta look into it a little bit more, but
I mean, at this point, who isn't tied to it, right?
yeah, but I think there's something to do with like how many times Tom Hanks was on the flight logs.
Daily Visitor?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's-
Whatever.
Yeah. It's tough.
There's so many names on that.
And it's tough to
list.
like actually
No.
figure out why they were there. Like, I wonder how many people went there the first time, maybe not expecting it, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're getting blackmailed.
Yeah.
Pictures are being taken of you that are there. The files that you were there are saved. And then they're like, oh, by the way, here's what's on the island. Opens the door to all the fucking
all this
crazy shit. Yeah, we don't need to go into, but... And then they realize they fucked up, but now there's evidence that they're there and they're just screwed. So I imagine there are some people probably like that, you know?
It's also like realistically, if I get on your plane, you have a private pilot, private crew. If I want to write down that I'm fucking Bill Clinton for the day on your flight log, what's stopping me?
Mm-hmm. True.
Like, what the fuck is stopping me?
Yeah.
You guys are already committing federal crimes, so it's not like, you know what I mean?
For real. Oh, that's young Tom Hardy with an
He's
ad
such a
right in
baby.
her face because fuck ads, man.
I can't even see.
It's right there. You got it. You got it. You know, cable television is like back now, right? Like,
What do you mean back?
I mean, it was already on its way back, but recently, I think Paramount wants to combine with like 2 other streaming services, including Hulu, and now we're getting back to like just ads and streaming. Like even Paramount Plus, I had to get it for the Super Bowl,
Oh,
and like I'm paying I think $8 for it, but I still have to watch ads.
Yep.
It's like the $15 one that's without ads now.
oh, that's like Netflix.
Yeah,
That's like Netflix.
I just noticed that with Disney Plus yesterday. I paid for Disney Plus, and then I still had to watch.
you were getting ads.
Yeah, in
Well, I didn't know that was on Disney Plus. Now.
Yeah, in the beginning of the movie, I watched a 40-second ad,
Ugh,
and then throughout the movie, I think 3 times I had to watch ads.
that timer doesn't do anything for me but make me more fucking aggravated because now I'm like, oh, I'm going to waste this amount of time.
Yep. You look at it, and especially on Paramount Plus, on the top left, it tells you the timer.
Yep.
So it'll be like 160 seconds. And you're like, oh, fuck me. What am I going to do?
It's so annoying.
And then you just find ways to waste time. Although, like, a part of me kind of likes... Some days I miss cable. And some days I don't mind being interrupted if I'm watching, like, Survivor show and I get an ad. Like, it's...
Do you have a Roku? You have a smart TV?
I do.
Okay. There are 2 streaming services that I use all the time. Okay. Because you said cable.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been watching more cable on Tubi and Pluto TV. And it's free. And you don't even have to fucking make a login or an account or anything. And it's free cable. They play what is playing on fucking live TV right now for free. So why the fuck would anyone pay for cable?
How many channels do you get?
A lot.
How many?
Like all of the basic stuff. Like I could watch MTV because I watch Teen Mom all the time just because fucking why not?
But you're getting it like straight from TV, so with ads and everything.
With the commercials.
With the commercials.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would be ads because they replace the commercials with like Tubi ads.
But actually, here's an important question. What are the ads? Is it domestic ads or is it
Yeah.
like the
It's
same
usually-
3 that repeat like YouTube TV?
It's usually like the same few. Yeah. But it's like here's this Ford F350 supercharged platinum. Like
That's what Law has.
No, I don't.
no, that's not what he has.
I know it. I wasn't precisely. It was a joke on the fact that he has a big
I
truck.
I
Okay,
got-
sorry, not the exact
I got
model.
a little butthurt, and then you just happen to be with somebody that works at an auto shop.
Yeah.
So she immediately
Damn,
jumped
this is
on
not
that.
the place to say that.
Yeah,
My fault. Wrong crowd.
It's all right. It's all
I'm
right.
so dead. No, so it's funny because like I've never been the person to like get to know cars or be like a car snob or anything. My brother makes me a car snob.
Yeah, he does it to me too now.
He educates me so much on random shit, and I'm like, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. So now I know like what all the good SUVs are, what all the good trucks are, which ones don't fucking mean shit.
Do you guys ever get electric cars?
Rarely. We like hybrids, but like a fully electric car, it's rare because generally we're doing body work. So like, if you're if you're in an all electric vehicle, then normally there's nothing wrong with you because you're brand new. Like electric vehicles are newer.
Right. You're dealing with like much older cars. That makes sense. Did you get a Tesla?
No, I think we talked about like the self-driving aspect
you're
of it.
paranoid. I mean, you don't have to get the self-driving package.
But I just don't see what the point of spending all that money on a car is. I also don't see the point of,
Probably save on gas long term, I think.
but I have way less control over what goes on my car. Like with an electric car, if
Right.
if you have like some random rodent that sneaks up under your car and chews up your wires, your entire car is fucked. I had that happen to me in my 2011 Civic. And I mean, it was still fucked. She wouldn't turn on, but I took it to Honda and he was like, yeah, something must have just climbed up there and like literally just clipped this fuse or clipped this wire.
That makes sense. That's probably what happened to me.
It was under my warranty. So they fixed it for me, thankfully. But yeah, like that's the other thing about it is I don't want an electric vehicle because I found out they're not actually that great on like distance, like how
Mileage?
far. Yeah. I don't know why the fuck I couldn't think of the word.
I think
But-
Teslas can do 300, I'm pretty sure.
For the whole tank. Is that what you're talking
Minimum
about?
300. Yeah, for the whole tank.
But then it's also like, how much are you paying on your electric bill? for that charging station.
Yeah, probably a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're rich enough, Tesla's a good option. It's definitely one of those cars that I've always wanted to get. I would love to be self-driven because there's so much time, especially on a long trip, that you could save by just doing so many different things. I know you already go on a phone call and stuff, but imagine like being able to, be committed to looking at your phone and doing work on your computer or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Sleeping,
watching something.
I have thought about it several
Sleeping
times
again.
because like I'm a commuter. So a lot of the time like I've spent in my car. So what you're saying about like being able to do all these things, 100% I've thought about it. I just don't think that that's like realistic for me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And like I shouldn't be saying this, but
So-
I have ADHD. I'm a multitasker. I am driving and probably on my phone anyways. It's terrible, but
How dare you? How dare you?
It's usually not anything crazy. Like I'm not sending no fucking paragraph text messages to anyone.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if I'm being honest, I will take the opportunity if I have enough distance from the next car in front of me. I'm like,
I'm not
chilling.
reckless with it. Yeah, I'm definitely not like
I'm not going bumper to bumper on fucking
on my
the highway. Phone. Yeah, no.
Now that shit pisses me off because the amount of people that do that shit in mass, that like they'll be riding my ass, right? And then I'm like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. I was not slick enough. They'll be riding my ass, and I'm just like, what the fuck's your deal? And then I move over so they could pass me, and they're like this, and I'm just like, go fuck yourself, bro. I hope you hit that guardrail.
Yeah, I get real savage when it comes to road rage. I don't actually end up physically doing anything, although I do have a really good story. I think I've told you, but back in the day, my sister was dating someone, and I'm probably 12 or 13 at the time, and we're driving close by to here, actually, picking up some pizza, and he gets cut off. He's driving the car. My sister's in the passenger seat. I'm in the back seat. He gets so pissed off that he parks the car on the curb immediately, like not even fully parks. He gets out and starts chasing the car down the street.
I'm done.
Like cussing them out loud, like not like putting on a show, like you're trying to kill this person. That's how angry he was.
That's insane. See, I think
That changed me forever, I think.
See, I get really what I don't like is the like underestimating how absolutely fucking psycho other people are.
Yep.
And that's where unfortunately my road rage takes over. And then for me, you're gonna learn a lesson.
Have you ever done anything though?
I just the other I'm so fucking crazy. So fucking crazy. Just the other day I had this guy, I don't even know if it was a guy, whoever the fuck it was, being a dick on my ass, like on my ass. I was already going 85. I could barely see his fucking headlights. So I was like, okay, all right, bet you want to do that. I got over, like I moved over because I was in the fast lane, and I let him get past me, and I get directly behind him. I was like, okay, you want to play? I followed him for 4 miles across all crazy different lanes, traffic. I followed him for 4 fucking miles.
Going out of your way.
Yep. No, I wasn't going out of my way.
Okay, that's crazy.
I have gone out of my way because of the fact that I knew I could take like the following exit in 7 miles.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like the it's the Framingham to Natick
30
stretch.
minutes, right? Okay.
Dude, that's it. It's the Framingham to Natick because it's like 7 miles. It tells you. But yeah, no, I have gone out of my way, and that's the thing. It's like I'm sorry, but you are underestimating the other person in the other car.
Yeah, I don't follow people, but I will pull up next to them and look at them. Grill them. Just let them know they fucked up. Because I don't want to ride their ass because then I get put in danger and then it becomes like a thing. And I'm like, I'm just trying to cruise.
I'm so brake track, like trigger happy. Like
You're going to get fucked up one day, dude. You got to be careful.
But the worst part is like, I don't care. If you rear end me, that insurance check is going to me.
Yeah.
You stupid bitch. That's why I'm like, whatever about my car.
Potentially. Depends on what the witnesses said. Because I've told you my story of when the guy got out of the car and chased me. And then I had to maneuver to get out of the way from being attacked that I hit another car. But then all the witnesses that showed up to the accident said that I was being reckless.
Oh, I'm dead.
So then I get fucked, and
I'm
I
dead.
can't get the insurance. I can't get anything because everyone said that it was my fault somehow and didn't see the guy sprinting at me.
If you rear end someone, you're fucked no matter what. That's why I don't care about brake checks. Because I'm like, all right, you'll rear end me. You're not gonna make my car flip over if you rear end me. If I brake check you and you rear end me, my car will stop more than likely, and then it'll go to the body shop that I work at, and then we'll fix it.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately why I just don't give a flying fuck if someone hits my car. That's what makes me. That's the reckless part of me. That I'm like, I will brake check you. I'm not afraid to do that. It's not that scary.
Well, good luck with that. I hope no one tries to savagely murder you.
Same, but it's okay. I'll eventually get.
People go
my license
crazy
to
over that
carry.
shit. You guys have any stories? Any accidents you've been into?
I haven't been in an accident, but the funny story
Yeah.
I do have is that a guy freaked out at me for no reason because I stopped to let a woman pass, and he started honking, and I cordially told him to fuck off. And then he, behind me, we were not going anywhere. We're in traffic. And then he starts cussing me out. And for some reason that day I felt like extra confident. And he looked away, and I didn't take my eyes off of him from like on my mirrors. And I'm just like eyeballing him until he looks back and he sees me. I'm still looking at him. And then he goes to say something, and I'm just like smiling with the biggest smiling. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
let's go.
That's usually my tactic too.
Go.
And I think he got freaked out because he didn't look at me ever again. He was like looking everywhere else, and he was like, got serious face and looked away, and he was like, this kid's way too confident. He's for sure got a gun. And I was like, no.
For sure got a gun. I don't know if that's the conclusion he came to, but maybe.
Well, I mean, like,
maybe.
if you're like threatening to fight someone, and then the guy smiles and
No,
says,
you just gotta hold.
yeah.
You just gotta hold your belt, like you
Yeah.
got one, or like kind of hold your pocket.
What I'm like, he's behind me though, so I'm
I've
looking
thought
at
of
him.
having, like-
I'm looking at him through the
like
mirror.
a fake, like a BB gun.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him through the mirror, so he's only seeing my eyes, and he's seeing, see my
Yeah.
smile, see my eyes. He's got, I got the crazy eyes, so
Dead.
he didn't want to fuck with that.
Me staring down at someone wouldn't do anything. Like,
What I usually do is laugh at them. Like when I pull up next to them, like I said, I'll look at them and smile or laugh. And that usually gets them more angry, which is what I'm going for.
it's
I blew a woman a kiss the other day. That
Nice.
dead.
That's something I would do
Yeah,
too.
that's great.
she got pissed at me. I pulled up next to her, and like as she was going like fuck you, and I go,
I love that.
So dead. So we have usually two go-tos is like clap, good job, you moved the fuck over,
Yeah.
like as they're driving by, or like you got a big ass truck. Sorry, Law. You got a big ass truck.
big truck.
I know,
It's big.
but if you got,
Relatively, it's big.
I just didn't want you to take
Comparatively
any.
speaking,
If you have
It's
a
not that
massive one next to you, it's
just-
going to look small. But
Listen.
to us, it's massive.
I just didn't want to offend you because this doesn't
context.
go towards you. But like, if it's a big ass truck and you're riding my ass or you're being a fucking dick, I'm gonna let you over and then I'm just gonna go,
Tiny.
yep. Because what are you gonna do? Ram your big ass fucking truck into my little ass car? Good one.
Damn.
It's just fucking little dick energy.
Yeah. People drive fast here.
Everyone's in a rush.
Yeah.
Everyone's in a rush always.
Are you usually on the left lane? Just,
Yeah.
You're fucking up, man.
Going like
You gotta
85.
move.
Oh, I'm going
Because
like
I would do the
85.
same shit to you. I'd be right on your ass. I'd honk. If you don't move quick enough, I'll honk.
I'll move over if I see you're coming up fast on me.
Oh, okay.
But if I'm going 85 in the left lane, you have no reason to be riding my fucking ass. I'll go up to 90, but there's no reason for you to be riding my ass if I'm already going that fast.
Yeah. It's true.
There's none.
At that point, they just want to make a point.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
and that's
move.
what I get angry about.
Yeah.
If you want me to move, flash your fucking high beams. That's universal
That's where I
fucking
start.
rule
I
of
flash
move
the high
the fuck
beams.
over.
Yeah.
I'm not a dickhead driver. I'm not in the left lane going 70. That's the shit that pisses me off.
Oh my God. Drives me nuts. What, Law?
there was that one year me and you were together, Andy. We were coming back from Connecticut.
It started so romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me this story.
And we were going like,
Break it down.
I was driving and I just got my license and I was going like 90. Do you remember that? I was going like 90 down the hill and then some other car blazed past us. Like
Probably.
in the right. And then as soon as he passed us, a state trooper flashed his lights and pulled him over, and we just kept driving right by.
I love when that happens. I love it.
I was like,
Same.
thanks, man. You took the bullet for me.
There was this. I was like 8:00 in the morning a few weeks ago. I think I might have told this story already, but there was this woman in the left lane, and a cop came up behind her, and she just didn't move for like 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes. And as it's going by, I'm like, bitch, if you don't check your mirrors, you're getting pulled over because that will piss them off.
Not just
and
that.
she didn't, and then she got pulled over.
Yeah, because technically you're not supposed to be riding in that lane. And if a police officer is behind you, you have to move over.
Right.
They can go faster than you.
But if anything, they're also just like, that's the law. Like if you're in the left lane and someone's coming up behind you, you got to move.
Well,
If you can't, if you're not going fast enough.
exactly.
If
That's
you're
my
gonna
point.
cruise, you go to the middle lane.
Exactly.
Impeding the flow of traffic.
Exactly.
If you're making me brake, you're in the wrong lane.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. That's why I get really angry when people ride me in the left lane because I'm not that stupid dumbass driver that's going slow.
I was
in the
so
left lane.
happy when I saw her pulled over. I was like, fucking go.
I like riding in the middle lane, but it's like it's always clogged. So I might as well just book it going 89 in the fast lane. But the thing is, I'm not that person that like gets in the fast lane and like rides everyone's ass until they move over. I will weave and like bob and weave out of traffic. I don't care. Because I will be like, okay, this person clearly isn't going to go fast enough, or the 3 cars in front of them, they're not going to go fast enough. But if I scooch over just a little bit and then a little bit more, I know I can book it in that like empty ass slow lane and get in front of all these motherfuckers. It's all like a puzzle in my brain.
Nowadays, I just probably tell people to move. Just ride their ass. Get the fuck out of the way.
No.
Before, I think I would dodge and weave, but then after that accident, I got PTSD, and I don't want to switch lanes a lot if I don't have to.
The thing for me is like, why the fuck am I going to sit here and wait on some dumb ass when I can get around him? Yeah. I want to go. The thing for me is to go faster than you. If you're not going to move out of my way, then I'm going to find some sort of alternative way to go around you and go faster. I'm just trying to get the fuck to where I'm going.
Where's the worst traffic you've ever experienced?
New York.
New York's pretty bad.
Like New York City and Atlanta.
Atlanta. I was about to say Atlanta is wild between the hours of. It's like you have to plan your day out when you leave the house.
It's 2 different types of traffic, though. Like I'll tell you, because like Atlanta, you're talking about like 12 lanes of traffic, like 6 lanes each way. So that's obviously going to create a congestion where you're stopped. You're going to be stopped for an hour. That happens downtown Boston, right? Like you can't.
Columbia's the same way with Bogota. The capital's insane.
But in New York, it's not only, it's so congested. Now you have it in a way more confined space on a grid.
Right.
It's the only easy part about it is that it's on a grid. So you can, if you look at it, you can figure out the grid. But like, no one gives a flying fuck in New York. If you're a pedestrian, you might as well belong under the fucking car. Deadass. Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
They do not care. Vegas is also crazy, but it's just because there's so much
I've
of
never
cars
been.
and people.
I'm really thinking about doing my 30th in Vegas. Like
I wanted
really
to do that
thinking
too.
about
It just came up too quick.
I know. I think I got my idea from you, to be honest.
Well.
You down?
Lucky for you.
Everyone in this room is invited and has to go.
Down.
By the way,
Down.
It's like one of those trips. Like we all go together.
And that's
plan it out 2 years in advance.
That's in 2 years, right?
Yeah. Well, my birthday's in August, so it's like a year and a half ish.
But
Happy
August
birthday.
of 26, right? August of 2026.
Yeah.
Wow, it'll be 8/26/26,
No,
right?
of 2025 next year. Wait, math? I'm turning 29 this year.
Exactly. So 2026.
What year are we in? 24. So 25 next year, right? Math?
If you're turning
Calendar.
28 this year, 24 plus
No, I'm
2.
turning 29 this year.
Okay, that's what I was getting wrong.
So next year is 30.
Damn, that's so lame.
30
So I was gonna say,
Vegas, a year and a half to prep.
because I was gonna say that V would be 21, but he won't be.
Happy birthday,
Fuck.
dear Andy.
So
We'll get him a fake.
Congrats to
Beat
turning
that out.
30, Andy.
Beat that out. We'll get him a fake.
I've been hogging this.
Beep out every time I say fake.
Ever since he turned 18, I have been on his ass, and I'm like, when the fuck are you gonna get a fake? Every person that worked for me at your age had a fucking
Especially
fake.
in Vegas, dude. They're not checking like that.
I just want him to get a fake so he can go to the dispensary with me.
Why? You just don't want to go alone or something?
No, because I just want him to experience it. Like he's a stoner.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I just want him to be able to just fucking come into the store and check it out and see what it's like. And
So yeah, especially if you go to a nice one, like
yeah,
one of the ones like Sophia was telling us last week. I got to go to those ones because for right now, like you don't need to go into one. It's kind of like there's not much to it.
for the first time.
Yeah, 21.
21
It's
is
something you
a,
can wait on. It's not like
21 is a pretty random age as well. I feel like it's ridiculous how you can be legally an adult at 18, but then 21 is when you can start drinking. It's like you can own
doesn't
a
make any
house.
sense.
You can go to war, but you can't buy a bev.
Yep, that's
100%.
one of my least favorite fucking things.
So my follow up is, what should the age be then? What should the
I
drinking
think-
age be?
All 18.
No, I think the drinking age should be 21. I think that I don't know what the scientific age of your brain stops developing.
Women, early 20s, males, mid 20s, like 25 to 28.
That won't work.
Like my mind is right now just finishing up, fully developed.
Did you know?
That's as good as it gets.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was about to
I'm
say
dead.
the same shit. Like, man, it's not looking good.
Did you know that people that are like neurodivergent, people that have ADHD,
People are what?
neurodivergent? You've never heard that term? Okay, there's neurotypical and neurodivergent. It's just about your brain, the way your brain works.
Oh.
So when you're neurodivergent, it just means that you're somewhat on the spectrum. Because like if you have ADHD, you're technically on the autistic spectrum. You're just on
Big ups.
one side of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Big dubs.
Shouts on Spectrum.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah,
that's neo what?
Neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent. So you guys are divergents.
We're a little bit different. Our brain works it's like a little kink in it.
Pretty cool.
So something that happens with people that have ADHD, normally it's more in women, but the like front part of your brain, I'm pretty sure it is basically what makes you serious, what makes you feel like an adult, makes you make those adult decisions. That does not stop growing or like get to the point where it's developed until you're in your 30s. So my brain won't be like great until this next 10 years.
Closing in.
Yeah.
Getting there.
No. Yeah, so it's weird, but it's like,
That's cool. I didn't know that.
yeah. When I found out, I was like, oh,
And then what's the other side?
neurotypical.
Neurotypical. And what's that?
That you're just not like
You're
you're just
basic.
normal.
Just
Basic. You don't have a fucking monologue in your head. You ain't got no friend that keeps you company all
Default.
fucking
So
day.
I'm definitely
You're
on,
not
I'm on the
customized.
divergent side, but not diagnosed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was there for a long
Just a free
time.
roamer.
I'm dead.
I
Just a
enjoy
free
it on the
roamer.
side.
Just-
Ignorance is
yeah.
bliss.
Some days you're typical. Some days you're not.
Exactly.
Depends
Ride
on
the
the weather.
wave, man. Ride the wave.
It's like one of the like I guess simpler ways to explain it is like how would you add like
So
12 and 13? How would you add that in your head?
how would I add those two?
Yeah, like what's
Add the
your
2 and the
process?
3, and then the 20.
I just did a carton of
The,
eggs.
the man couldn't even figure out the year of his age. I don't think you can give him
Make
that
sense?
math real quick.
I'm dead.
13
Say that
plus
again.
12, right?
Yeah,
So add the 3 and the 2, that gets you 5. And then the ones, it's 2, so 25.
bet you're neurodivergent. Neurotypical people do not break it down. It's just 12
Just
plus
boom.
13. That's
So
it.
Are those just more studied people? You know what I mean? 'Cause if
No,
I-
it's the way your brain works. It's the brain. It's the way your brain like.
So you did it the
just
same
connects us.
way?
No, you do it. I mean, you do it differently. So like,
Okay, so
I'll
people
break it
find
down.
their-
Yeah,
right,
because like
gotcha.
if I'm doing 12 plus 13, what I'll do is I'll take 8 from 13 and give it to the 12 to make 20, and then I know it's going to be 5 left over.
Ah, whoa.
So 25.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
I
about you guys?
physically pictured a carton of eggs.
Oh, okay. That's so it works
yeah.
exactly like it works in whatever way your
Like,
brain
context.
Like right out of the
facilitates
fridge.
it. Yeah. So, boom. Whatever works for your brain. Yeah. And that makes sense. And that's the other thing is like it'll make sense to you. So
Yeah.
I just watched this video. It was so funny. And it's this married couple, and they didn't know she was neurodivergent before they got married. So undiagnosed, all this stuff, right? Yeah. So they're filming a video, and they're talking about their like nighttime routines. Okay. So when he goes to bed, like she asked, like, you know, what's going on? How do you go to bed? And he's like, when I go to bed, like my body is resting. So my brain shuts off, like it pauses, you know, just stops working for a period of time. And she was like, what do you mean? And he was like, what do you mean? What do I mean? She's like, what do you mean? The best I can do is, and she like sings like this random fucking tune, and he starts cackling. And she's like, my brain, like I lay down, that my brain doesn't stop. It doesn't shut down. It doesn't shut down. How do you shut your brain down? He's like, it just does it on its own. And that's like a big difference too. Is like, if I lay down, my brain doesn't shut off. Right. Even if I'm like the most relaxed I could ever fucking be, and I take 3 deep breaths in and all this stuff, like my brain is on.
Yes.
I wonder when that development happens.
I like tell stories. I'm like a war hero.
Yeah, dude. And you come up with the best fucking ideas. And then you're like super motivated. You're like, I'm going to clean the kitchen tomorrow. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And then you wake up in the morning, you're like.
When you're about to go to sleep, that's like the most motivated I am during the day. I'm just like, I'm ready to run a fucking marathon.
I'm definitely the first guy.
Neurotypical.
When I lay down, it just off.
I'm
I
dead.
go right to sleep. And funny enough, my girlfriend V, she's the same way, because she'll be in a car and she'll be just dead silent. And for me, I'm used to like whenever a girl's silent, it means something's going on. And I'm like, I'm bombarding her with like, is everything all right? Are you okay? What's wrong?
That's me.
Why are you
I'm
upset?
V.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
And then she'll just be like, oh no, I'm just blanking out. Like I'm literally not thinking about anything. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like me too then.
Not like that.
Not think of anything.
I was going to say I'm quiet because I'm thinking a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
like I'll do car drives with no music, no podcast for an hour.
Yeah, I've done that.
Just
I've
in
done my
silence,
commutes that way.
and I love
Just
it.
thinking.
I love it.
But that's what I think she's doing. But no, she's not thinking about
not.
anything.
She's
She
just
really is just
chilling.
like, oh, I just blanked out. I'm like, relaxed. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect then.
Dude, no.
Kind of like Bella. Bella's kind of like that.
I'm not even paying attention when I drive.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
I'm
Me neither.
just like,
roads,
I'm on the line.
Especially around here.
I'm
Like,
so
how many
horrible.
times have you driven on the same road around here? Like, it just becomes
On
second
this,
nature.
like
Muscle memory.
coming to your house, I'm just like,
That's why I love traveling.
it's like teleporting at this point, because I just like my brain shuts off while I'm driving.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's real life fast travel.
And then
Yeah.
and then when I go to sleep, my brain doesn't shut off.
Yeah. It's stupid.
It's annoying.
It's really stupid.
Yeah.
It's always against you.
When do you think that develops, though? Like, is that something that is just, you know, from birth, or is that something that throughout our learning process, or how we were, how we developed? I don't know if you know. I'm just asking in general.
No, it's okay.
But
So
just breaking it down in my mind, like, I wonder how that first develops. You know, is it those things that I said, how you're raised, how you're educated, how your parents, teach you certain things, or is it, just from birth?
yeah. Well, so the funny thing about it is like
What you eat, drugs you take.
so me and my sister are opposite. Like my sister is not neurodivergent. I know she's not.
Yeah.
She's
100%.
not. 100% not.
100%.
Me and Debbie are.
Yeah.
So we have the contrast of like what this looks like, but we were all raised in the same kind of environment. Same, Debbie's a little bit different because he's younger, but
that's a great example.
me
You're
and
right.
Bella are pretty much the same kind of thing. So for me, I know it's not as much environment, how you're raised, what you're taught. Law might be able to speak on it a little bit more because I wasn't diagnosed until I was an adult. So my symptoms and stuff didn't become prevalent as like an issue until I was an adult. I didn't necessarily see like, oh, this is something that's a part of something else and it's not necessarily my fault. So there's like a lot of guilt and shame that comes with ADHD because you can't do things at the same level as other people. So like just to compare the two of us, like Isabella's a very by nature clean and organized, neat person. Mm-hmm. That's just the way that she is. That's not the way that my brain works. So it's like, it's just always a battle.
Yeah, our brains are occupied with different information, things that we find more important than the minute, what may seem minute, consistent routine things that we do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We're just in another place.
Yeah.
Thinking about other things. So that's interesting.
So for me, it's like ever since I have been diagnosed and started learning more about what ADHD is, what it looks like, what it can look like in women, and like how it affects men and women differently. It's been like really healing for me, because as a kid growing up, I felt a ton of guilt, a ton of shame, and that's just the way that like we were kind of punished as well. Was like that, like with guilt and shame and shit.
How do you feel like it affected you when you were a kid?
Well, that's why I'm so hard on myself. That's why I don't ever think that like anything is good enough, or like I have to like always be self-sacrificing for something to be enough or like worth it or valuable. Like if I didn't like break my fucking back, it's not worth it. It's not worth doing. So it's like, it's been cool to break out of that like mentality, to realize like, no, this wasn't your fault. It wasn't just because you're lazy. It wasn't just because you didn't want to do it. It's because your brain was literally telling you not to get the fuck up, while it's also telling you you're a piece of shit for not getting up.
Damn.
It's just a constant battle. But like I said, Law might be able to speak more on it, of like knowing when you're a kid, because he was diagnosed before I was.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a different experience once you are diagnosed, for sure. You know, because I feel like a lot of what you're saying I can relate to, but I guess I'm battling it in a different way, you know? More just, I don't want to say it in a way that sounds like rude or something, but just like rolling with the punches almost, you know? Like, I understand that there's a lot of things that I fail at, but just doing and being focused on doing the best that I can, you know, amidst those issues that I feel that I face, with lack of concentration on certain things, mundane things, certain things like that, you know, because my mind is just in other places dealing with other things and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like, it's tricky because it can, the way that it can affect like your self-esteem comes from little ways. So like, oh, my mom asked me to pull out the meat from the freezer for the third time, and I forgot for the third time.
You just destroy yourself.
And then and then your parent also gets
This
upset
just
with
happened
you.
to me the other day.
And it sucks, because you're sitting there and you're like, well, I already feel like shit because I did it, and now you're making me feel even worse because you're putting more shame on me. So then it's like you're just remembering for the next time based on trauma, and not like learning anything or learning to get through it or learning how to like overcome that.
So how do you feel like you're overcoming that?
Little things. So like I've learned like learning how your brain works makes it easier to work with your brain, if that makes sense. So like I've learned that you can't, don't fucking say anything important to me if I am not near pen and paper. Don't do it. Don't do it. If I can't write it down, don't fucking say it to me. If you don't send it to me in a text message, just, it's not going to stay here.
Right.
It won't. It'll get locked in a filing cabinet somewhere, but it won't come forward for me. So it sucks, because it's like I can try my damnedest, but for me, it's like writing little notes, sticky notes all the time. Like if my dad comes into the office, he also has ADHD and it's undiagnosed, and he's never going to like accept or, you know, try to understand it, which is fine. But like he'll come into my office and he'll be like, I need you to do this. Okay, and then this is the next thing you're gonna do, and then I need you to do this. And then he'll walk out of the fucking office. And then I'm just like, okay.
Right.
I got the first and the last thing
right.
that you said. So like now I've learned I have a notepad on my desk at all times, and I have to write it down. Little things like that, setting reminders in my phone of like, it's trash day the day before. And like the routine part of it is the struggle, because you really need a routine with ADHD. It helps you so much. But because of your ADHD, your routine is so boring. Like that's the thing, that our brain is seeking dopamine. We are constantly seeking something to entertain us, because doing this is not enough.
100%.
That's why I'm such a distracted driver.
100%.
If I'm not on the phone, I'm listening to an episode. I don't even listen to music anymore, because it's not stimulating enough for I'm not learning. I'm not obtaining anything.
100%. 100%. I felt like that my entire life. And that's
why
I've pursued like a lot of like music at first, and then moving to Atlanta, just using that to fuel me and just to push me to my limits and like do things that I didn't think I'd be able to do. But, you know, when life isn't always moving at that pace and it slows down a little bit, that engine is still going so fast.
Yep.
So it's like you're battling your motor wanting to go 1,000 and you're only going 5 right now.
Yep.
Because your life and your situations are only allowing that for this time period or whatever. Yeah, it's fucking definitely tough. Go ahead.
This is why I'm always so hard on my routine too. Is and that's why I don't go out a lot, is because it's not in my routine. If I'm like going out, it's like I'm like, and I want to go out in my head, but then I get like 5 minutes before and I'm just like, man, I don't want to fucking go.
100%.
Dude,
Feel that all the time.
And this is my favorite thing to do. Like, I love doing our podcast. Like, love doing our podcast.
It was a
so
battle
much.
for me to get here today, to be honest. I got out of my bed at like 6:20 and I was like, okay, time to go.
And I was so excited about it yesterday. I was so excited about coming into you guys. And then like today I was at work and I was like, oh, it's a long day. I'm gonna go to do the pod after this, and I'm gonna drive home. So it's like it's a constant battle of like, I want to go do that. I want to go do that. I want to go do that. And then your body's like, now you're gonna go sit on the couch.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna go doom scroll.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna go watch something.
Do you think it's built based off of anxiousness, or is it just because your brain is going there? Or do you feel like your anxiety is kind of leading you to just wanting to do something to forget about it, or to maybe
like a procrastination kind of thing?
Kind of, right, exactly, yeah.
So we're like master procrastinators. That's like the thing.
Yeah,
So
I'm
the
absolute
100%.
professional.
The problem is that we seek a sense of urgency. So if it's not urgent, it's not important. And I'm not speaking for every single person that has ADHD, because there are two sides. It's inattentive and then hyperactive. So I'm inattentive, B is hyperactive, and they affect you differently.
Right.
So whatever.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's in like, for me, if I'm not on my medication, I don't want to get up. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to move. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me lay in bed and chill out. That's it. And then what happens is, like, if you do that, all you're thinking the entire time you're doing that is, bitch, get the fuck up. Get up. You have 1,000 things to do. You're going to be so stressed. No, I got time.
Yeah.
No, I got time.
You just beat yourself up.
No, I got time.
Shame yourself over and over. Damn.
Yep. And then the anxiety kicks in of like, fuck, I gotta go do that. Fuck, I gotta go do that. Fuck, I gotta go do that. Or like, you'll get like random bouts of anxiety because you'll remember, oh fuck, yeah, I have to do that. And then like, you'll try your damnedest to remember that you have to do that, but then you go about your day and it's the end of the day and you don't do it.
Yeah. I get that.
I forgot that I had trash in the back of my truck. Like for the longest time, like there were just bags of trash in the back, and I put it in the back. So I got into my truck today, and I was just like, what the fuck? It smells terrible. And then I was like, oh, I have all the trash in the back of my truck.
It's just
I miss the trash
battle.
like every week.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be out Tuesday before 10 a.m. and I almost fuck it up every week.
My dad does too.
I gotta put on reminders or I'll forget.
I have a reminder on my phone. It sets it up for like, because our trash gets picked up on like Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So Monday night I got to take the trash. So
yeah, I do that too sometimes.
When I I have my reminder set up when I pull into my driveway, ding, pull out the trash. That's like what's been most helpful.
Now, I feel like part of this is like because of so much distractions and things like that, because it was like ADHD has always been a thing, but like I feel like maybe back then when like phones weren't so prevalent, like people were like able to like remember phone numbers and like had much like better memory and had better things. I feel like as of time has gone, like people are slowly like losing focus.
I think the internet definitely sped us up.
Yeah.
And sped up our minds to a capacity that maybe we as a species like haven't been able to handle or evolve past being able to maintain.
Well, it's the instant gratification part of it.
Exactly.
That's the addicting
Changes
part.
your reward system.
Exactly.
Like being on social media, you continue getting those dopamine rushes.
Exactly.
But in real life, like you're not supposed to be getting it that often or that quickly.
Or like that.
So once you're off of it, your mind can get fucked.
Yeah.
Like I've been
He's
noticing,
on a social media fast right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I've noticed immediately. I've been off social media for I think the past couple weeks, 20 days. And I've been just doing it because I've been like noticing I've been just wasting so much time scrolling on Instagram and like the reels and like all the like, you know, short form videos have been so distracting for me that I'm not able to get much done.
Yeah.
And I'm spending hours a day like on that. And I noticed immediately, like once I stopped, I was like, oh, like I have so much time in a day. Like I had no excuse before, like me saying like, oh, I didn't have time to do this thing. I was like, oh no, like I didn't know how much time this was taking up. Like I have plenty of time to do all my stuff now.
I feel like I've broken out of that. Like I feel like when social media was new and exciting and like big, because millennial here. So like MySpace, and then like when Facebook got big, it was just different than what it is right now.
100%.
So like you're not getting, like we were posting photos of like stupid shit, oversaturated, edited photos that don't make any fucking sense. And now like you have 12-year-old girls doing makeup tutorials and skincare tutorials, and that doesn't make sense. But it's like, it's also coming at us, and it's been coming at us at like an alarming rate of speed, right? We want the fastest internet. We want the fastest phones. We want the best, fastest TVs because we're impatient, because we have had so much instant gratification from these random fucking things that we need it. And that's where the entitlement comes from. That's where this like lack of humanity and empathy for the next person comes from.
Yeah. 100%, which is why I love that we do this show on YouTube, because that's a little bit more of an educational format rather than, Instagram or TikTok or Twitter. Like that's just quick dopamine rushes, consumption. It's just so ironic because we're posting there and, we want people to check out our content. But at the same time, it's like I definitely lean away from wanting to be on social media. Every time I take a break, I love it. Every time I'm traveling, I get off of it. And I always come back thinking like, I shouldn't get back on, but I have to because of,
I think
looking up things to talk about and posting and interacting with people, DMs we've talked about multiple times, with your friends. Like that's a cool bonding thing sometimes, and just staying in the loop.
I think for me, they all have their own toxicity level. So like, I never get on Facebook, like ever. I never use Facebook. Like I never get on Facebook. Unfortunately, more recently, I've had to get on it because like of the shop, and I've been doing more of that like aspect of it and posting cars and shit on there. But my Facebook is not. It's literally a photo of me from like 4 years ago from family photos. But then like Twitter, I used for news, right? So it was toxic because the comments are horrendous, but that's before it became X. And then Instagram, that's where I keep up with my friends. That's where I like see people's lives and I'm like, oh, cool, they had a baby. Like, oh, cool, they got engaged, whatever. TikTok for me, my For You page is not like dumb shit. It's usually like, this person dead. This mystery. This is on the news. Yeah. Like this crazy story. This like touching, heartfelt thing. So for me, I use TikTok more for like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's happening in the country? Because I watch Boston news, but I'm not going to sit there and watch global news. I'm not going to watch the country news. I don't even know if that fucking exists.
Yeah, I do more of that, like on X, like seeing what's going on globally than I do here.
It's just, again, like people are so quick to give you their nasty comments on Twitter, on X, whatever. Like, and I'm a comment reader. I like context. I like seeing people's reactions, and comments are funny. So like, it's just too negative all the time. It's too like anti things I believe in. So I'm like, what?
I think it's just the way that it affects us, because there's some people like, Law, you use TikTok quite a bit, right? And you like it.
My For You page is also deteriorating at a rapid pace.
How so?
I get like podcasts or news segments on the top half of the screen, and then the bottom half of the screen is like Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
I know those videos.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm listening to it, and I'm watching the Subway Surfers, and I'm like, man, this guy's fucking killing it.
Dude, whoever started that is fucking genius. Dude, because it gets you every time.
Yo, every day I think about starting a channel with just those videos.
This guy is flying. He's like dodging all the subway cars. But wait, this guy's also talking about this new product
I love that game
I like.
too.
So I'll watch the Subway Surfer one. I don't watch the one where it's like the person filming themselves underneath just pointing. They're like,
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I skip all that. I
those
have
those people should
No respect.
no
have a
respect for
small
them.
house fire.
I'm dead.
Fuck those people. 100% I agree.
But I mean, algorithm's still working. I'm not here to bash on TikTok because
Yeah, that's all right. We've done it plenty on this podcast.
that's the one I spend most of my time on. The reels sometimes gets me because like I'll click on it because I want all of the random shit to go away or I want to see the full thing, and then it looks like TikTok. So I'll like get sucked into scrolling, and then I'm like, why the fuck am I like? Why are you giving me shit videos to watch right now? And I'm like, oh, I'm not on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram Reels.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a social media break again.
I-
It's tough because I have to see feedback to like grow and wanting to figure out which videos to post, not to post, stuff like that, and just learning. But fuck, man, my life just gets deteriorated.
I've been so disconnected from actually posting stuff. Like I look at content obviously, but I've been so disconnected from actually posting content and posting photos that like when you asked me about doing more of the social media, I was so excited because I'm like, yeah, I have 1,000 ideas. I have 1,000 ideas going through my head. And then I'm like, fuck, that means like I have to be on social media.
It's
Like,
the trap, man.
I've
said that thing on a podcast before. I came to social media mostly, like the way that I use it now is because I came to social media to market the stuff that I was doing with music first. I wasn't on there ever posting that much or scrolling. It was just because I was dropping shit and I was posting it. And then now because I'm doing it so much, it's just I get stuck and then I'm in there and it just sucks me in. So it's that thing. It's like, well, if you're going to post a lot of content, you're going to get sucked in.
Yeah. You have
It's
to.
hard
You have
just
to
go
learn.
to post, schedule, close it, don't open it again.
Yeah. Because how do you grow?
Yeah.
You can't. Like, unfortunately. Until you
Tough
get like a
business.
team of
Tough
people doing it for you.
I think there's a lot of people that think about podcasts and don't consider certain things behind the scenes and how it affects us and, how the process is and what certain sacrifices we might have to make and stuff. Not that, we're doing the craziest thing in the world, but I think life is about perspective. And within every perspective, you have your own struggles and, we definitely have our own here for sure.
We've talked a lot about like the negatives of like all like the social media things like that, but like what not that we're gonna talk about the positive, but what would you guys like advice would you give for like people that are like, I don't know,
Trying to disconnect more?
yeah, I guess like trying to disconnect more, like they want to like
It depends on what your problem is.
be better with their life. Yeah,
It depends on what your problem is. Are you a poster or are you a watcher?
I say
'Cause those
watcher.
are two different things.
I feel like watchers and most of the people that are like struggling with like getting shit done. are probably
Watchers
watchers.
is you need a hobby. You need things to do. You need to replace that time with something more productive.
Or you just don't, or
choose a better option.
hear me out.
Go YouTube. Learn some shit.
Or hear me out. Some people's lives aren't entertaining. Like, I don't post on social media because what am I going to post? What the fuck am I going to post?
But a lot of people's lives aren't. It's just a facade. So you can make it look interesting.
But then that's the effort that's going into all of that. And that's what I think the difference is like, if you have someone who's a watcher, it doesn't necessarily mean they are worse off, to be honest.
I
Because
didn't say they were worse off.
or
It's
like
different.
okay. So my fault. I took it wrong. Because
No, it's okay.
I think like the person who's posting is also the person who's watching. So
Sometimes you can be both. Because to me, the poster is like, there's definitely this self-gratification that's happening while you're posting, right? There's something that you're really getting from that experience.
You want to see those likes roll.
Exactly. You're feeling respected, loved, you're getting attention. If that's your issue, then that's like a whole different, problem-solving thing that we talk about versus someone who's just doom scrolling because they're depressed or they're going through things that they don't want to think about and they're trying to escape. Okay, that's like a whole different other process.
yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
using it as I feel like using social media as a distraction or a procrastinator is one of those things where like that's where the addiction kind of comes from, like that's where it can be an addiction. Is like you're substituting this, figuring this out or fixing these problems for this. But I feel like the bigger issue on social media are the posters, because they're going through not only like, yeah, they're going and getting the gratification, right? Because they post and they're getting likes. Rewind it. Think about the last 4 hours before that post. Because if it's a girl, chances are she did her hair, she did her makeup, she made sure she looked good. She probably took photos, videos beforehand. She took so many shots, probably changed her outfit. That's effort into portraying an image.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's scary. That's dangerous.
Unless you're already doing that naturally. But yes, there's probably people that are putting on a complete show.
And like,
And some people can live with it and they don't break. But then there's others that are like, holy shit, I'm not living my own life, and then collapse.
and I think like people have to understand that influencers are paid money to make their lives look desirable and achievable, right? Like I'm not like looking at all
Right.
these influencers and being like, oh my God, I could never do it. I'm looking at them and being like, whoa, she just started out making videos of like her
It's
doing
like-
a bunch
it's
of colors on
almost
her
like
face.
these platforms want you to believe that you can do it.
Correct.
And that's the big thing with TikTok they were talking about earlier, is that a lot of the successful videos on TikTok, at least that I've noticed, seem to be a lot of cell phone footage, a lot of just things that everyday people can do on their phones. and
I
post
could be a
video of.
Subway surfer.
You know,
Yeah.
like anyone could stitch these things. Like these are
Yes.
very simple videos, not super high graphics unless you're following certain accounts and stuff, but not through the main For You page, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like that belief, like maybe, maybe these platforms are pushing those certain creators. So it's like,
I think
yeah,
it's,
maybe I could do that. And then you get sucked in and you're posting every day and
Yeah.
you're feeding the system. You're helping them
Yeah.
make more money, make more consumers. And then I think about that all the time. I'm like, damn.
I think the relatability on it is huge for people my age, people your age, like people your guys' age as well, because they think that you both are very self-aware. I lost my train of thought for a second.
That's all right.
What the fuck was I saying? I looked over. And
I
for
looked over
whatever
at the
reason,
bong
like,
for a second, and I'm sorry. Now I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Influencers.
I've been in and out the whole podcast.
Influencers. You're fine. Influencers. I just keep going back to fucking Subway Surfers.
I love how we're talking about like people are so distracted. None of us remember what we're talking about.
Whoopsies.
I'm like in and out like crazy right now.
That contact eye.
Law's viewing the world as a TikTok right now.
I'm dead.
What was the last
No, it
thing?
was so it's influencers. So the trade off I think people don't see is like the relatability. That's what I was getting at. There are two people on TikTok that I follow that I love they're just hilarious. They're both really funny. One of them, she does this segment, Color Me Monday, where she takes like a cup and she has a bunch of colored pencils in it, like all different colored pencils, and she picks blindly a color to do like each section of makeup. So she comes out looking fucking crazy sometimes, but it's great and it's hilarious. And like she just did it to start as a joke, and then it got really big. And now she's like this big personality, and she
You're
does
trapped,
makeup.
and now you have to do that every fucking day.
Well, she does it like Monday, but she's making money.
This is my life. I thought about that while I was first posting content when certain clips were blowing up. I'm like, oh, you want me to be that every day? I'm not posting that shit
dead.
ever again.
I'm dead. But she literally, it's like when you're watching her videos, it just seems like she's at her vanity and she has her phone set up, and that's it. Like her phone is probably glued to the mirror,
Yeah.
so you can get the perfect angle, and she has the best lights. But like that's it. She's not going crazy. She's not buying all this shit. No. And then the other person, his name's Mario. He's hilarious. And it's usually just of his face. And he's just hilarious. And it's like, again, like just me taking a selfie video on my cell phone. But they both have like over 2 million followers. And now they're dating. It's so cute. I love it. And that's the other thing about TikTok is like you get to know their personality, because that's what people post. The relatability part of it, like getting to know these people, getting to know them, or feeling like we're getting to know them and having like this part in their life. But as great as that can seem to the consumer, I think that the big trade-off people don't think about is like they do give up a lot. They now become internet famous. Nothing is private anymore.
Yeah.
Like you no longer have a moment like to yourself, or where you feel like you can be yourself or be off camera.
100%. It's a tough life. I think a lot of people think it's
Easy.
better than what they imagine. Yeah.
But it's not. I'm sure you got to get through a lot of stuff, and you deal with shit publicly.
Yep.
Like the amount of TikTokers that I've seen go through public divorces and breakups and shit like that.
What?
And
For real?
dude,
Damn, you're
many
deep in the trenches.
dude, so many people, like couples, have TikToks together. Like, and it's
Dude,
like
you're
couple
deep,
content.
Dude, you're deep.
Oh, I've been on TikTok for a minute. But the thing is, like, I don't like when I downloaded TikTok, I was very self-conscious. It took me a long time to download it. So
Me too.
I was still working at Journey. So like I didn't have a lot of time to really get on TikTok. It was just more of like watching videos people sent me, and then like maybe scrolling through 5 minutes. And now I have way more time, but I still don't like get sucked in at work watching TikToks, but I'll go home after work and sit on TikTok for like 30 minutes. And that's like where I recap and get a whole bunch of stuff, or like when I'm getting ready in the morning, I'll watch TikToks, random
Gotcha.
shit like that.
Got you.
But I try my best to not be like, oh, I have this to do, let me go get on TikTok. Like you were mentioning, like I do my very best to not utilize that to distract me. I feel like there's always something else in front of me that'll easily distract me a little bit better than my phone.
I mean, yeah, that was the thing I was going through as well. Like any downtime I would have, like even if it was like half a minute, I would just open up Instagram and just start scrolling.
I was like that
Yeah.
when Instagram was still really like big, you know, like when it was first starting out, like first few years of Instagram. I was obsessed. Like, and I used to be the same way when I was like 12, 13 on MySpace. Obsessed. I knew all the HTML codes. I knew how to do that whole thing. I customized my whole page, did all that shit. Like, was obsessed, was on the computer, checking it every single day. All the time. It's gross. It takes over your life.
Yeah.
And now it's like in everyone's hand. Before I used to have to get on the computer to do that shit. Now now we can pull it
Facts.
out.
Now it's like about to not even be in people's hands. It's about to be in their eyes.
Their
No.
brains.
That-
Those
Apple Vision
glasses.
Pro.
Yeah,
Goggles.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
The first NeuroLink just happened.
I just saw that this morning.
Successful.
Yeah, I saw that.
First human implant.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Well,
My
it's
teens.
okay because you're not eligible. I'm pretty sure it's for paraplegics and.
Oh, okay.
Like, you'd have to look it up, fam.
The
or
person-
law, but yeah, like the qualifications are like you're
Got you.
fucked up.
What's
and
it
this
called
is
again?
to save your life.
NeuroLink. I think the person was able to move a mouse, a computer mouse
Yes.
with their
mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like the mouse animal. I was like, yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, like basically operate a computer entirely just with their brain.
It's insane. That's insane.
It's dope.
Oh, okay.
It's dope because your life without that is miserable.
Okay, so how do you take that technology and utilize it to like fix limbs for people?
Well, not to fix limbs, but
Would you?
let's see. Neuralink's chip is intended to allow humans to control external devices by thinking. Oh. The study is for those who are 22 years or older, have quadriplegia due to spinal cord injury or ALS, and have a consistent caregiver at home. People with other devices in their body, such as pacemakers, are not eligible.
Oh, that makes sense.
Spinal cord injury. Damn. So probably trying to create a life that's more...
Quadriplegia, that means like you literally can't use all 4 of your limbs.
Yeah. Yep. You're just bedridden.
Now Elon has
Well,
control
actually-
of you.
Yeah, I don't know about no arms, no legs, but
gonna
I've definitely
force you to
seen
buy a
people with
Tesla.
no
Yeah.
legs be like...
Well, because it's
live a
quad.
normal
It says
life.
quad. Can
Yeah,
you please
it's all
look,
limbs, yeah,
Can you
for
please
sure.
look that up? What does
What's
that
that?
mean?
What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's all limbs. No, like
Right?
100%.
Okay. But
Yeah.
ew, that makes me think of this X-Files episode. I don't want to
Wait,
talk about it.
actually, can you look up the definition? Are they just non-functioning? Like your limbs are perfectly intact, but they're just
Oh,
Quadriplegic?
You
Yeah.
Is
thought
that what it?
you think I mean
person
like they're
affected
gone?
by paralysis on all 4 limbs.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's what I thought. I didn't
So I
think they
wonder
were
if it
gone.
can fix their limbs then. If that's what they're trying to do, that's what you were just saying, right?
Yeah, like if you could like bridge the gap between the connection,
Right.
the nerves.
That's probably
wondering.
what it's for.
You're
And
just
I wonder why.
controlling your body through Apple Vision.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Then why right now is the focus to better operate like the internet or better use your brain since
Because
your limbs aren't functioning.
How much easier would it be to get a glass of water without having to leave your wheelchair?
Yeah.
I just think the technology is not there enough to do that.
100%. I wonder if that's one of their goals, though, if Neuralink is trying to get
I wouldn't
to
doubt
the
it.
point of
That
fixing
bitch is
that.
like, shoot for farther than the moon.
Hell yeah. I hope we get there soon.
Dude, imagine your body gets hacked.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the shit that's scary.
100% that's coming.
You're buying. Elon's forcing you to buy a Tesla.
I was gonna say, imagine your body gets hacked, or even worse, you gotta pay a subscription to walk now.
Oh my God.
Dude, I want to walk away.
You get ads. You get ads mid walk. You're in the
The
middle.
Apple Vision.
You're
I'm
in the middle of the
telling
stairs
you.
and you just get an ad. Fuck, and then you
What?
fall down the stairs because you gotta watch the ad.
That might be coming.
What better way to give you the most successful targeted ads than to watch your every single move through your glasses? Also,
Oh my
bitch.
God.
Also, bitch. Are you gonna be watching me while I pee and shower?
We're going to have to
No, I guess I won't
subdue
shower with
our
the glasses.
bodies.
You're gonna be on the dark web.
Yo,
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a Black Mirror episode right
Holy
there.
shit, that's such a fucking good idea. 100%.
it's right
Oh
in.
my God, we should pitch that.
Yeah.
Having to pay a subscription to use your own body. What the fuck?
Yo.
No, we should make
You
it.
want to eat this
Let's make
food?
it. Let's
30
film this
second
shit.
ad.
Oh my
Let's
film
write a
this
script.
shit.
Oh my god.
Let's write a script.
Yo, imagine
I'm down.
imagine
I'm down to write a script.
you
All
get
four of
a
us.
Idea.
Yo, imagine you
Idea.
get a girl in bed and then you're all like, "Oh, you want to use that down there? That's an extra $50."
That's going to be $49.99.
Gotta put a quarter in.
Shit. I just want to have sex.
Gotta put a quarter in. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Physical currency is probably going to be gone at that point. Oh my God.
The only thing that made me think of, you're like, put a quarter in. All I could think of was those, like, the ponies that you fucking ride. That's
I was gonna say-
literally the only
Start
thing I
the
thought of.
engine.
The SpongeBob episode where he just puts a quarter in the horse.
Yes, yeah. Yep.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
Holy
That's all I
shit.
thought about.
We're writing this
Yeah.
tonight.
You want to buy the food? 30-second ad for Temu.
No, I'm serious. Like, I feel like that's
Temu.
genius.
Yeah.
We should cut this out of the episode.
Yeah.
We should end right here, actually.
You gotta pee? 30-second ad.
I honestly have
30
to pee
seconds.
so bad.
30-second ad.
Oh, 30-second ad before you can pee.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like while you're on a toilet, you're like, since you're not gonna do anything right now, here's an ad. Like while you're on the toilet. Oof.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Oh, that's a scary life. I'm going to run away.
Also,
Where do you guys want to go, man? I want to go to the woods.
Alaska, baby.
Or Fiji. I'm down for Fiji.
Yeah.
Weather's kind of crazy, but beach, sand, hot weather, fruit, fucking vibes. We can learn how to surf and live a good life.
where is that? Like on a map. Could someone pull it up for me?
No.
What is
I
it?
failed that class.
Me too.
I failed that
Me
class
too.
Did
every
you
time
say
I took it.
Fiji.
Fiji?
I want you guys to guess.
Donde
It's an
estás?
island. That's all I know. Of course.
Oh my god.
I wish I knew
my
how to
God,
say
please
that
tell
in
me it's an
another
island.
language as well.
And is it?
Drum roll.
Show me. Oh,
It
thank
is
God,
an
thank
island.
God, thank God.
I had a feeling though. Like Fiji water.
Imagine. Right.
Can I zoom
What
out?
So,
what does
yeah, zoom out a
archipelago
little bit.
mean?
Next to Australia.
I'm just dumb.
Archipelago.
Yeah.
I'm
Damn,
pretty sure
shout
that's
out
a
Volk.
collection of islands.
Sorry, Volk.
I
Thank
don't
you.
want to talk about Volk.
Me
Thank you.
neither.
That makes sense.
But just shout out. Can you zoom super zoom out? Because honestly,
I
where
was
the
gonna
fuck is
super-
Australia?
I was gonna super.
Oh my
zoom
god,
in.
it's like the bottom corner of the fucking globe.
Philippines. Okay, all the way.
That's
over
where
there.
Papua New Guinea is. Dude, I'm so
That's
horrible.
very far.
Yeah, I'm so horrible at this shit.
Okay, can you look up
Oh,
the
God.
flight to get to Fiji, please?
Ooh.
Like, how long is that
Flights
going
to
to take?
Fiji.
You can do it on your own monitor if you just want to tell me.
You know what I saw recently too?
Yeah.
Because I've been seeing like ads on the cable. Logan is doing direct flights from here to Abu Dhabi
Whoa, that's far.
and
18
20
hours?
and 26 other countries
What was that? What was
or
it?
locations, I should say.
23 hours, one stop.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck.
I
But
better get a
how long is the
bed.
layover? How long is the layover?
No layover. That's one.
No, it's one stop.
Is that it?
Oh, it would say nonstop. Right.
I'm sorry, my right.
It is
eye
that one.
not I really gotta get it fixed.
my
It's probably
God.
impossible to do nonstop because
Wait,
they need
Is,
fuel.
that
Yes,
is this it
exactly.
right here?
No, one stop.
That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
They
that's
need
what it
fuel.
is. But like overall time, one stop, and that's the overall time.
That's what it doesn't
Overall
make sense,
time.
right?
41 hours.
Then your layover must be
That's
like
spending
24.
2 days trying to go on vacation.
That's
No, just kidding. That's wrong math.
illegal. You have to stop. dude.
No,
Your brain's gonna explode or something.
no.
That can't be
There's
legal.
no way that's right. 41 hours to get to a destination.
No, but that's probably with the layover.
Just
It's
look
probably
it
a
up on
long-ass
Google.
layover.
Ask Google. Just straight
That's
up
what
go.
I did.
No, go on your
It's-
left monitor.
Oh, okay.
No.
Here we
The
go.
left monitor.
Yeah.
And go to fucking Google and just put how far is Fiji from Boston, Massachusetts, in Siri or Google or whatever the fuck. Did you hear that?
Fiji.
There's like 3 other companies that just came out with AI. By the way, you guys see that?
No.
Okay.
I'm good with my fucking Google that picks up on random ass shit.
Oh god,
She's
now I'm
such
gonna
an
get
idiot.
Fiji ads all night.
Yeah.
Do you want a distance?
Distance,
Of how
just
far?
like
So it's
straight shot.
Oh, why didn't you say that?
8,887 miles.
Okay, but how long is that gonna take?
I see that. I see that was not the
Is
question.
that 44
Yeah,
hours
you're
or
really
is that?
throwing me off right now.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna throw you off because I'm like, that's not the same thing.
Oh, they have Fiji Airways. Oh, that shit's gonna cost
this
an
one's
arm and a
showing.
leg.
This one's showing from LAX, not here.
Well,
Okay,
so,
that's fine. That's fine. Let's
so-
just
From-
pretend.
From LA.
Oh,
from
Is
that's
LA
LA.
probably
6
what it
hours?
is.
It's a
How
10
long
and a
was your
half.
Vegas flight?
Oh, it was broken up. It was like
10 and a half?
Yeah, non-flight flight
Yeah.
from Los Angeles.
yeah, I was gonna,
To Fiji is 10 and a half.
$1,000
And
ticket.
then how far is here to Los Angeles?
that we're gonna have to look up. I've never been to LAX. I wish.
Damn.
I wish and I don't wish.
So let's say like 18 hours nonstop or some shit.
Yeah, because I think it was like 8 hours total. I think we had to take like a 5-hour flight and then a 3-hour flight.
No, that's really far.
Yeah,
But
it sure
you're
is.
down,
Only
let's go.
$100 to go to LA.
how much is it to go to Fiji? You want to go to
I
Fiji
just
for the
said
30th
a
instead of Vegas? Raise your
It's
hand if you want to go to Fiji instead of Vegas.
942.
No?
$942 for the flight.
To Fiji?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Do you want
From
a $1,000
LAX?
flight?
How much for like a resort in Fiji? Like
Oh my gosh.
a week stay.
Or
Probably
like,
How do you do this, fam?
you know what? Just Groupon. Just Groupon that shit.
Fiji resort.
Now you see what I had to do?
You
with?
can faster. Faster.
Trying. Oh,
They're like
paradise.
asking like 5 questions.
You're not
Yeah.
Jamie.
The second I find an answer, it was like, well, how much is it from Alaska? And you're like, what the fuck?
Wait, this isn't
Jamie's
bad.
a bot, dude.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's a bot.
Yeah, but
wait.
Dude, he is AI. Jamie is AI. How the hell?
yeah, the ones on the water.
229 a night?
That's what I'm saying. That's not bad. The flight's more expensive than the hotel.
Okay, but
for a week.
But
That's where we're going.
We're gonna go to Fiji.
what? That's how long though? How long?
And
would
the
you say?
flight
'Cause
is
it's like
what?
$1,000 for 5 days. Over $1,000 for 5 days.
I don't know math.
And this is the five.
Yeah.
This is a highest rated one.
Okay, hold on. So let's say like
it's a
let's
5-star.
imagine
That's a lot of reviews. Holy damn!
229 a night. Let's go for 8 nights. That's
8
1800.
nights.
Okay, too much. 5 nights?
5
At
nights sounds
Freddy's?
good.
Freddy's?
Hello. Because you got to
That's
remember the travel time. We're gonna
Just
travel
about 1200.
Don't forget
Okay,
it's a
that's
2-day trip.
exactly
1200 plus the flights over 1000. Right? Let's say like 1500. Another 1500.
I'm just gonna buy a PC.
Bro, come
Can-
on. Once
can
in a
you-
lifetime.
I'll
Can
see
you
you
tell
guys.
me how?
Fiji.
Can you tell me how much flights are to Las Vegas?
Imagine we go and there's a fucking hurricane.
No. Why would you put that in the air?
Fucking typhoon.
Because we're not going to Fiji. They don't want to go to Fiji.
Oh, okay,
So
all
now
right.
I'm just dumping the idea. just trashing on it.
Yeah,
though, 'cause it's
I'm
never
like-
gonna happen.
What a
Because I was gonna say,
shitty
if we go
idea.
now, we're gonna be dead.
I'm gonna go with just me and my wife. Hopefully she's down. She'd be down 100%. Spark it up.
Okay,
Yep.
but how
You
do
have
I
the
see
lights
What's
that?
your dream destination? Right now, we're planning on going to Greece next because we went to Italy and then we found out that all the art is basically stolen from the Greeks. So we're
I'm
like,
done.
oh, this is secondhand shit.
So
Good to know.
Greece has been on my top 3 for a really long time, probably since the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants came out.
Ever seen it?
It's okay. It's not like a movie of your time.
Sorry
of
to
like-
offend you.
It's no offense. It's not a boy movie, and it's not. No,
I've seen a lot of girl movies.
I get it, but this is like
a lot of girl
uh,
movies.
but not rom-com.
100%. Give me a rom-com right now. That's
No.
girly.
I know. I'm saying it's not a rom-com.
Just
it's
like
just
drama.
a girl. No, it's just a wholesome girl movie
Comedy.
about friends, and they all magically fit into the same pair of pants somehow, and they're all different sizes, right? Yeah.
This is the plot.
This is the
Yeah,
plot.
this sounds absolutely horrific so
This
far.
is the plot.
All right.
So they have
pants.
this.
They all fit.
They all fit. Yeah. So then it's like a group of girls. It's like I think 4 or 5 girls or whatever.
Okay.
And
Just one pant.
yeah, like one pair of pants fits all of them.
It's stretchy pants.
So they decide
They
to.
only have one of them.
They're trying it on at the store,
Okay.
and then they like are like someone's like you should try it on next, blah blah, blah, and then they see that it fits like everyone, right? So, but then they're all going to be going separate ways for the summer. So they decide that they're all going to each like wear them for a certain time and then mail them to whomever they're going to next. So
Wait.
you share a pair of pants.
Why?
I'll tell you.
Okay. But at the time when they were doing this, why did they want to share the pants?
Because they were all going to break apart. They're super close, so it was something to keep them all together that they could all experience. So the whole movie goes through like what they do over the course of having the pants. So their lives go through some sort of transformation or whatever.
Was
I'm
this a
telling
book?
you, it's just yeah, I think it was.
No way it was a book. What? Who the fuck would buy that?
Can you look this up, please?
I'm
not
already-
crazy.
like, the
I'm already
options
looking, but
are-
I can't. Like, I'm looking at the pictures, and like,
You could
they're
have
all
done
wearing different
anything
pants.
else. You could have done anything else.
I'm dead.
You could do a token. You could do a card. You could do a hat. Pants.
You just have to watch the movie, okay? It's literally about friendship and loving your girlfriends.
And magic pants.
Yes.
So they're magical.
Yeah, that's technically like they're technically magical
Why?
because they fit all of them. Okay, you
Adjustable?
have okay.
That's called adjustable.
Let me know. Let me give you context. Let me give you context.
One size fits all. That's
You
what
got-
I was like, yo,
So-
don't let this author know about hats.
When can you tell me when that movie was released?
2008.
Okay,
Oh wait, no, that's 2005.
There's a sequel?
2005. Okay, 2005.
The band's back together.
I'm dead. 2005 was at the
I wonder if
height
they washed the
of
pants.
Found a second pair.
body shaming, and everyone needed to be a stick figure model, and that's the way that society had been
yeah,
going
I
for a
remember
while.
that.
This movie was to be a break of like, you can all be different shapes and sizes
Oh, that was the
and do all this stuff.
The kicker. Yeah.
Because can you please just
All
pull up who
shapes and
the
sizes.
cast, just the cast, please? Because it's like America Ferrera and like, oh, the girl
they're
next door.
different
that's such a
body
good movie.
types, but
Yeah.
it fits everyone.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And see, they're
Is
all
that
different.
a thing though? Like, could you actually fit in someone like any of those
Oh
girls?
my god.
Like,
I
imagine.
could potentially, yeah.
You think they all actually in real life
Oh, no.
could fit in the same size?
Yes, if they're from from different stores. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But not if it's one pant.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's hard to happen.
so-
But it's
I mean,
again. Look
you
at
just
the.
buy a huge pant, and then technically everyone could fit in it.
Yeah,
It's being
just get a belt.
loose. Yeah.
Did they wear a belt?
Based on the 2001 novel,
That's crazy.
and it's got some big names in it.
Whose fucking idea was this?
Guys,
bro?
we need to write a book. That's what we start. We don't go Black Mirror. We do a book first, then we sell it,
Yep.
and then they write the script off of it. Oh my god!
You just have, but this is like wholesome. That's the thing.
No,
It's
I
just a
bet. I
wholesome
bet.
movie.
I'm not trying to shit on it.
No, it's
but
like- I know it's lame.
It's probably great.
You know, it's lame.
just,
It's just
you
one of
know.
those like, that's a girl movie.
No, for sure. It's probably fantastic, and I'm probably gonna
It's
watch it.
just fantastic for the time.
The basis is so
Stop
silly.
the cap.
Like just
Yeah.
from a storytelling point of view, it's just like
Yeah,
okay,
You are
like
not
kind of a
watching that, bro.
reach.
I can
I
get it.
might
I can't
you
even
know.
get you to watch like Star Wars stuff.
if it's
And
on.
you're gonna watch multiple pants movies.
Isabella, I think, has seen it. I'll get her to talk to you. about it.
If someone starts it and I walk in, oh, okay, keep it on.
Like, I'm not gonna walk out.
But I'm annoying with movies. I'm just like, I can't pick.
So funny. I thought of you the other day when I was watching Hot Ones.
Such a good show.
It's really, really great.
Shout out Sean
Really, really
Evans.
great.
He was just in the news because he was with a porn star, and then people were shitting on him for it the next day, and then supposedly they broke up within a week. So, interesting life. Shout out to
So
him.
what?
He can do whatever the fuck he wants, though.
Yeah.
He's a
was
goat.
married.
So what?
Huh?
I thought he was married. John Evans.
Scandal? I didn't know that. Not the way that people were talking about it on X.
Oh.
There was a picture of them in the club, and and officially they were dating. And then Adam 22, you know that personality, fully tatted.
I've heard about him. There's so many people nowadays that I just hear the name and I have no idea.
That's a
what
crazy
you're-
story. We don't have to fucking go there.
Yeah.
But basically, let's not even go there.
Well, hot ones.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch of them in a row the other day because we watched one and Melissa McCarthy. That's what started it all.
Love her.
She was so great. She was so funny. I also watched Sydney Sweeny,
Yep. She's like taking the world by storm. She's like,
as she should. She's
yep.
glorious. She literally
What about her is glorious?
everything. Have you seen her?
Yeah, I've seen her.
Yeah,
I'm just
what
asking you.
What?
Have you seen her
what,
body?
Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting closer.
Guys, her
warmer.
personality is
Is
amazing.
there something that you're
She is
referencing?
hilarious. No, just her whole body, and I mean her. She's beautiful. Like her face is also beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also funny. Like she's really funny.
It's hilarious.
She's a babe. She's a babe. I'm dead.
So kind-hearted.
I didn't go that far.
Oh shit.
She didn't react until the 8th fucking hot sauce, and she went into it freaking the fuck out.
I'm not surprised.
But I'm done.
Done, dude.
Such a
Done.
kind-hearted person.
Holy
She's so
shit.
funny. Personalities off.
Should have
the
just
rails.
narrowed in on it. Should have just gone all in.
We were getting real
Yeah,
close. She mentioned body.
She was dodging.
Yeah, I mean, what? I'm not gonna. What do you want me to say? This-
It. What you say? It.
Say it, dude. Just snorted. That's how funny that shit was.
I'm done. Anyways, what made me think of you was Pedro.
You're just on a podcast with a bunch of guys.
I know. That's what I'm saying though. What did you expect me to say realistically?
Say what you want to say.
Game
I
respect game.
did.
Okay.
I said game respects game.
Anyway, Sydney Sweeny, great job on Hot One.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic actress.
I'm done. I've lost it. Holy shit.
Pedro Pascal.
Shout out Pedro. Shout out Last of
Yeah.
Us.
Great guy.
Shout out Fantastic Four.
It's too bad you made me forget what the fuck I was
This guy
gonna
just
reference.
derailed this shit.
Yeah, I don't.
But it's okay because I got to take a piss. I'm good. Do you want to?
Wait, for real?
100%
Class.
or no?
Are you asking me if you don't have to pee?
No, I do have to pee.